The moon hung low in the night sky, casting an ethereal glow over the ancient cemetery. I found myself wandering through the weathered tombstones, each one a silent testament to lives long past. The air was heavy with an unsettling stillness, and the rustling of leaves seemed to echo like distant whispers. Little did I know that this seemingly tranquil graveyard held secrets that would unravel into a night of terror. A cold wind swept through the cemetery, carrying with it a mournful lament that seemed to emanate from the very earth beneath my feet. Despite the chill that crept through my bones, I pressed on, drawn by an inexplicable force, deeper into the labyrinth of graves. The moonlight painted eerie shadows on the moss-covered stones, creating an otherworldly tapestry that seemed to shift with each gust of wind. As I wandered deeper, a peculiar tombstone caught my eye. It stood apart from the others, its inscription weathered and barely legible. The air around it seemed to thicken, and a sense of unease settled over me. Ignoring the inner voice urging caution, I approached the mysterious grave, the moonlight revealing the name etched into the stone, Elena Blackwood. As I traced the letters with my fingers, a sudden chill enveloped me. The wind carried a whispered plea, a soft voice that seemed to beckon me into the heart of the cemetery. Compelled by an unseen force, I followed the spectral whispers, each step echoing with the weight of a presence that transcended the realm of the living. The whispers led me to a forgotten mausoleum, its heavy doors ajar with the passage of time. The air within was thick with an otherworldly energy, and the faint glow of candlelight danced in the darkness. A sense of foreboding gripped me, but an inexplicable curiosity drove me deeper into the sepulchre. As I stepped inside, the atmosphere shifted and the temperature seemed to plummet. The flickering candles cast flickering shadows on the cold stone walls. The whispers grew louder, forming indistinct words that reverberated through the mausoleum. The air itself seemed to vibrate with the weight of a presence that defied comprehension. In the dim light, I saw her, Elena Blackwood, a spectral figure clad in a tattered gown. Her eyes, hollow and mournful, met mine. The whispers transformed into a haunting narrative, recounting a tragic tale of lost love and a life cut short. Elena's spirit lingered, trapped between the worlds, seeking solace and release. A sense of sorrow washed over me as I listened to the ghostly lament. It was then that I noticed a small, weathered locket clutched in Elena's ethereal hands. The spectral figure beckoned me to take it, her eyes pleading for deliverance. With a mixture of trepidation and compassion, I reached for the locket. As my fingers touched the cold metal, a surge of energy coursed through me. The mausoleum seemed to quiver, and the temperature rose, as if the very air had ignited. Elena's form flickered, her mournful eyes now reflecting a profound gratitude. The whispers transformed into a gentle breeze that carried the scent of fresh flowers. In that moment, I understood the lesson woven into the haunted cemetery, that some spirits are bound by the weight of unresolved stories, and a compassionate act can offer them the peace they seek. The locket held the key to Elena's redemption, a token that bridged the gap between the living and the dead. With the locket in hand, I left the mausoleum, the cemetery now draped in an otherworldly calm. The moon hung low, casting a serene glow over the tombstones that seemed to nod in silent acknowledgement. The whispers had faded, replaced by a gentle wind that carried the essence of Elena's release. As I made my way out of the cemetery, the night had taken on a surreal stillness. The lesson learned in that graveyard lingered in my thoughts, that even in the face of the supernatural, empathy and understanding can transcend the boundaries between the living and the dead. Elena's spirit, once bound by sorrow, had found redemption through a simple act of compassion. In the days that followed, the locket became a reminder of the haunted cemetery and the spectral encounter that unfolded within its hallowed grounds. The lesson resonated beyond the realm of the supernatural, a reminder that compassion, empathy, and understanding have the power to bring solace not only to the living, but also to those who linger in the shadows of unresolved stories. The memory of that eerie night in the cemetery became a testament to the interconnectedness of our world, where the living and the dead coexist in a delicate balance. The lessons of that spectral encounter lingered, urging me to approach the mysteries of life and death with a heart open to the echoes of the past and the potential for redemption in the present.